Recording. Can you all see the recording? Oh, okay.
Sure, sir.
Let us see in the record. Okay, I've started the recording. Good evening to you all. Today is our the 26th of this 3-month data analytics bootcamp. Like I promised, already told you that this bootcamp will last for about 3 months, and today is our day 26. So, like always, we started by showing our outlines, things that we are to cover for the day. So we'll discuss about a recap on what we did yesterday. We'll talk about substitute, and we'll talk about replace. These are what we are going to cover for today. So if you can recall yesterday what we did the lower, upper, proper, and if arrow. That's what we did yesterday. So you need to like I told you, you need to practice all what we did in order for you to be kind of more conversant with it, because these formulas that you are seeing now we have done about more than I think 30 of them, or more than 30. These formulas that you are seeing is not just when we did it, you just think that yeah, you is okay, you understand how it works, and that's all. That's not what you need to know. You need to understand how when do you need that particular formula, when, and how can you use that particular formula you learn for the day with the rest of the formulas you learn in the previous weeks or previous days. So you should think of that. So the lower, the upper, the proper, and if error is only if error that is kind of too complex, and please, you should learn it, you should practice and kind of learn how to use everything, because so that your week 4 assignment will not be as difficult as the previous assignments. Um, what we are going to discuss, we are going to discuss substitute and replace. This substitute, let me explain the substitute and replace before we start giving the example. This substitute, we use it in order for us to substitute a particular something out of the data that we have with something new. Please understand this. To substitute a particular something out of the data or from the data we have with something new. Let me give you a quite example of this. If you can recall in your week 3 assignment, under wages, values, and release clause, all that M, all that K, all that A and dash that you have in the data, those characters that you need to remove. If we did this substitute, all you need to is to substitute that particular something with something else. You can substitute it with character, you can substitute with number, you can substitute with empty something. You can just remove it by substituting it, because if you remove it, it will just be empty, and that's all you substitute. And sometimes you might need to substitute, for example, a particular word or a particular number within the particular range. Take note on this. You are not removing the entire, you are not substituting the entire text. You are substituting a particular something. Even though, yes, if you want to. Okay, can you hear me, please?
Yes, sir. We can hear you.
Okay, so let's continue. It's just my network that has some, So let me share the screen. Okay, so that was substitute is you substitute a particular something within the cell into something. So I will give you an example on that. You will see it. You will see how it works, because it takes three things in the function. One, it takes the cell, that is the text that you want to substitute something from. The second, it takes the old text, that is what do you want to substitute out of the text. So it can be anything. It can be zero, it can be comma, it can be. I'm so sorry. I don't know what is happening to my network. It just kind of reconnecting me. I'm sorry for that. Can you hear me, please?
Yes, sir, we can hear you now.
Yes.
So apart from replace, from substitute, we are going to discuss about, sorry, we are going to discuss about replace. And this replace is normal replace that in Excel or in Microsoft Word or in anything. That is, if you want to replace something with something, so you apply replace in order for you to replace it. The only difference between this replace and substitute is that for the replace, it's not a formula. You're not using formula to replace. You're not using formula to do the what? The replacing. You're not using formula to do the replacing, but in substitute, you use substitute function to do the kind of to substitute something with something. And that's I think the only difference between the two. And I highly recommend while cleaning your data, please don't use replace, because sometimes replace will replace everything in the data. That what replace did, it replaced almost everything within the data. So if you want to replace, for example, a zero, it will replace all the zeros that are in phone number, in BBN number, in account number, in everything to replace it. And sometimes for you to correct that is going to be a very hectic for you. So please take note, and I think I highly recommend you to use substitute, because it's more professional than using replace in there. So please, let's see what we can do. So let me remove this so that I'll go to my Excel file so that we can start. Okay, so yeah, I bring back our assignment, that question that has to do with this, values, wage, and something. So you see, we need to remove all this. So what we are going to do, I'm just going to create new cells like this. I'm going to use the substitute so that I will show you how you can work with the substitute. Please take note on that. First of all, we are going to remove this A. So I'm going to copy this. I'm just going to copy that A, because if you say you are going to write it by yourself, it will be a very hectic task for you. So all you need to do is just click equals to substitute. Just write the substitute. Then click the text that you want to change, or you want to substitute something from the text. Then you put comma. It will ask you to put the old text. That is, what do you want to substitute? That is what is old that you want to substitute. So I will just put inside double quotes, because I want to substitute this old text of A and comma and that particular dash. Then I will put comma. I'm done with this argument. The last thing I need to put is, what is the new text that I want to put instead of this? So take note, let me introduce something to you today. If in your formula you put double quote like this without putting space inside it, just you put double quote like this, it's like it replaces something with nothing. It's just going to be nothing. That is, you are replacing this particular thing with nothing. That's what it means. So whenever you put double quote without putting space, without putting anything, this is what it will happen. It will just replace that particular A with nothing. So it will just be 103 in your column. Please, do you understand this? If you didn't understand, just talk. You can say it in your chat.
Sir, we lost you in a while. Your voice was muted. We're hearing you again.
Okay. Sorry, can you hear me now?
Yeah, no, yeah, we can hear you now.
You can hear me clear.
So just take it back from the blank quote.
Okay, so let me
That
come back.
blank quote.
Yeah, so can you hear me now?
Yes, sir, we can hear you
So
now.
I created new cell. I want to get rid of this A and M like we did in the assignment, if you can recall. So you need to start by writing substitute. Now we want to remove the A first. I already copied it. Just click on the old text. That is the text that you want to replace something from it. When you put that, then you put comma. Then you need to pass an argument of the old text that you want to replace, the old text. So what we want to replace is this A. Then you put it inside double quote. This A and dash, if you can see it, A, comma, and dash. So we put it in. So the last argument we want to pass is new text. What do you want to, how do you want to, or with what do you want to replace this A inside this formula, inside this text that you want to substitute? So I will introduce something to, like I said, if you put double quote without space and anything, it's like you are telling it Excel that you are replacing something, or you want to return nothing. So by default, this particular A and dash that you can see in this cell, we are replacing it with nothing. If you put double quote, just double quote without space in between them, just double quote, two of them, you put you cut and you uncut. That particular thing that you put, it means nothing. So now if I close my bracket and press enter, it will just give me 103. You see, there is no any space between this 103 and it just replaces this with nothing. So I can just double click it and it will bring this particular data for me and it remove this A out of the data. So let me do another thing. Let me do another thing for you again. If we want, for example, we want to again, we want to substitute M with nothing again. All we need to is to put substitute again. Then I will click the old text. What did I want to substitute is M. Then I will put M inside double quote. Then I will substitute it with nothing, like what I did before. Then I press enter. It will give me this 103. You see, it will just give you this, just the number like this. So the next thing is to remove this K. So if you want to remove the K, all you need to is to put substitute like this, then click this. What do you want to replace is K. Just click on the K. Just click it, put it inside double quote, then and put your single quote like this. Then it will remove all the key for you and you will have your clean data.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Please, I'm so sorry for this. Very sorry. It's my network and I don't know what to do. It's my network. I have no power over it. This is just a force majeure. So please, I'm sorry.
Okay,
Please.
sir.
Sorry for that. So please, do you understand how I applied this substitute? Please, do you understand how I apply it? Do you understand? Hello? Hello, can you hear me? You all see how you can work with substitute, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let me just delete this so that I will show you how you use the replace. So now, let's say, for example, I want to replace all this A from this particular, these three columns. I want to remove this A. I don't need to see it, all of this A. So all I need to is, I will highlight all of these columns. Take note, if you want to replace something, make sure you highlight the entire column. Please highlight it. Don't just do it like that. Just highlight what you want to replace. So when you highlight it, just click Control F, or you can just click I think just click the Control H on it. If you click Control F, it's a find, so it will just find for you. But just click Control H. That one will pop up the replace for you. You see, this is what you are going to see when you click on Control H. So all you need to is to paste what you want to replace. That is what you want to find. Then you replace it with whatever you want to replace it. So you can just replace it with nothing. Don't put anything here. Just click replace all. It will automatically replace everything. That is 56,937 replacement was already made by Excel for you. So like this, you replaced all that A with nothing. Please, do you understand this? So that's why if I ask you, maybe sometimes maybe to replace something or to clean something, all this has to do with cleaning. Sometimes, take note on this. Replacement and cleaning of data, sometimes it happens a lot. There are many things you need to replace sometimes. Sometimes it's a comma that you need to replace that comma with a space. So please take note on that. You need to replace that comma with a text. Sometimes it's a full stop. You need to replace that full stop with 0. So it can be anything. Learn how to do this replacing and learn how to do this substitute. Are all you can do. You can use them to do the same thing in Excel. And I said we are going to treat this for today because it will help you a lot in cleaning your data. Please, do you understand this?
Yes, sir.
So please, if you have a question, just ask, because this has to do with cleaning. It's a very easier way to clean data, because as we are doing this now, we are going we are moving very deep in the work now. We are moving so deep in the kind of work. So please, you should try as much as you can to do that. If you have a question, you can ask in the chat, or you can raise your hand. I can give you the mic to ask. But this is where we are going to stop because I think I need to put all the videos together again.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, I can hear you.
So where are you going to find this dash on our keyboard?
Where are you going to find it? How can I even tell you? So I say copy it. I just asked you to copy it. You don't need to find it. I say if you are going to find it, it's going to be hectic. Even if I tell you to press this, our keyboard differs. All keyboard
Hello, sir.
differs. Yeah, I'm answering you. Maybe you are not listening to me. You are not hearing me.
Okay. Okay,
I
it's
said
like this
just
dash
copy
having
it.
a
I
pen
said
at
just
it.
yeah. I said just copy it because it's a character. So for you to get that character,
Okay.
just copy it and paste it. Let me explain this replace again. Like I told you, if I want to replace, for example, this A for all this, all you need to is to copy them. When you highlight them all, you highlight everything that you want to copy. You highlight them, just click Control H, then you put that particular thing that you want to replace, you paste it, then you replace with, don't put anything. You're just replacing it. Because if I want to replace it, for example, with A, then everything is going to be A. Then there's going to be A in here. And if I want to replace it with nothing, I just put empty and replace it with nothing. So, okay, sorry, because I don't have it anymore. Okay. Like this. So, let me just copy again. Then I will just come here, then I will just replace.
So
Hello.
today we have network. Yes.
Yeah, I have network issue today, so I'm sorry for that. So, but thank God. Thank God we are recording it and I'll put all the video very soon. I'll upload it. I will send the link to you. If you have any question, you can ask. I saw some of people have been sending messages in the chats, but I couldn't see. Salu Muhammad.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, I can hear you. Continue.
Okay, my question is that can we replace something?
Hello. You just I just had. Can we replace something with? I didn't hear you. Which formula? Comfort. You say you are formula. Which formula? Write it. Which formula? Salu, I
Like,
couldn't hear you.
okay, I said, can we replace something with a formula? For example, in the question, you said we should replace K with 1,000 and we should replace M with a million.
Yeah, yeah. Continue. I can continue.
So can we make that replacement with the formula? Like maybe we replace.
Hello, Salu. I'm sorry, Salu, if I heard you well, you are asking, can we do that replacement with formula? Is that what you said?
Yes, that's what I asked.
Can we do that with formula? No, if you
Yes,
look at it, it's
as
only
you said in the question.
Yeah.
Replace M with million and K for 1,000.
Yeah. To do that, it has to do that. Everything has to do with in replacement. Replacement is not a formula. You are just cleaning data. Cleaning data is not formula. Understand what I asked you to do in that question. Cleaning the data is something else, and making it or converting it million or M to million and K to million is something else. So you should understand this. Removing all those characters, the M, the K, the A, and that character, removing them is something else. And putting the formula also is something else. So if you see what we did yesterday, the way we solved the assignment, if you look at it deeply, you will see that we are applying formulas that has to do with the cleaning of the data and formulas that has to do with the converting of same data. So that's what we did. So that's exactly what we did. So you cannot use replace to put formula with replace. I don't think it will work. Because replace is not a formula. It's not a formula.
Yeah, thank you so much, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, Comfort, I saw this thing. I saw your what do you call it? I saw your I can say your formula since yesterday. I saw it. The reason why I didn't talk about it is because of one thing. It's because of one thing. One, if we didn't treat something, I always detest to respond to that particular thing. In as much as somebody just maybe you go there, you Google your thing, you just find something, you apply it, something that we didn't. Because this substitute that you put, we didn't treat substitute up till today. Today we did substitute. So you did substitute, and you also use value. We didn't treat value. We didn't treat value in our Excel. We didn't treat it in our work. We didn't treat it. And the assignment that I gave you, even if this will give you this, of course, it will give you the same kind of answer. It will give you good, correct answer. But this is only for M. I know you need to create one for the K. So definitely you need to put it inside if to make it the condition, and then you apply that, you work with it. So that's what you should do. And I highly recommend, because what I told you yesterday, when we are solving the assignment, you are to use what we treated within the week to solve the assignment. There are certain people that I knew here. We did a lot with them, and they knew the replace, they knew even we did the sorting, the filtering, and other things. That assignment could have been very, very easier for you to solve. If we treat the filtering, the substitute, the replace, and other things, it will be very, very easier for you to solve. So I kind of try to not to respond to things that maybe somebody go ahead and do them out of what we treated here, so that to avoid us going back to doing something that we didn't do. Because if I'm to respond to your question, I'm going to start talking about value. Somebody will ask me, what is value? And the day you post it, we didn't even do substitute. A lot of people will ask us, what is even substitute? So it's something that will be answering question out of what we are treating. So we'll be doing things that, so I have my way of, I respond to your question if you listen to the video, but maybe you didn't think maybe I'm responding to you. Yeah, so I'm sorry. A lot of people are going and are asking me, even though they watch Google, maybe they did something, it didn't work. They will ask me, sir, I did something, it didn't work. I'll ask him, do we treat it? He will say no. Then I say, okay, then wait until after we treat it. If we treat it, then you can ask me if it didn't work or if it did work. But you can't just go and watch your video. Maybe you come and tell me that it's not working. So ask the person that you watch his video. Maybe there he can help you, please. So I think I respond to the comfort, and this formula will work. I've already told you since then that there are many ways to do it. Many ways to do it. So we just did one, we treated one, so you can think of many. There are many. And as you are learning a lot of things now, we are moving forward, you will be seeing a lot of ways. Please, my people, let's call it a day, please. Let's call it a day, I think. It's better we call it a day.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you very much, sir.
See you tomorrow. Today's letter is not that friendly. So please let's call it a day. I will put all the videos. I will put all the videos together, the 2 videos. Then we see. I will drop the link, inshallah. Please have a wonderful dream.
Okay,
Good
thank
night.
you, sir.
Good night. I'm so sorry for today's class.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Understand, sir.